In this tutorial, I'm going to cover the VU meter effect within xLights. So here is the VU meter, and I'm going to drop it onto a matrix here. Now, before I even go into this effect, and it's a really powerful effect, you can animate your pixels with very little effort by dropping this onto them and letting it react to the music. But there's a problem that I've found with some audio tracks, and so you don't pull your hair out and think you're doing something wrong, you can see we've got a response back here, but if I drag this towards the end of the track, the effect disappears. I've put a bug report in, but I've no clue why this happens. I've tried it on MP3s from different sources and I still get the same result. So at the moment, certain parts of the VU effect you can only use at the beginning part of your sequence. Any of the effects that rely on a timing track are absolutely fine. They're not affected by that. It's just anything that is relying on analysis of the waveform. So let's go through the settings. So first, you can see the color settings. So we can have multiple colors, or we can even have the color gradient, so it will change color over time. You see it transitioning there. So let me just put a few colors in and go down some of the settings. So the first one is bars. That's effectively almost how many individual bars you get along here. So you can see we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 big bars. If I increase that, you can see now you get more, and you start to see more of a waveform in this case, and that is the case. We have lots of effects, so I'm going to fly down them so that you can get an understanding of what they all do. So first, spectrogram, that just pulses based on the frequency, a bit like a graphic equalizer. The same thing, but it will have a little effect that stays back to show the peak of that particular frequency. And now one also that's just a line effect, a circle pulsing to the music, volume bars, so it's now just detecting the volume, waveform, a frame waveform, so there you go, it's like more of a line effect on the waveform. On, so all it's doing is flashing to the music. Okay, and you can, start reducing things like the gain as well. And that will apply to all of these effects. You can, generally alter the sensitivity and the gain to, really target the type of volume that you're interested in. Color on. So now we've got a color effect that's flashing, and we've got dominant frequency color, dominant color gradient, so it's like the same thing but now transitioning from color to color. Intensity wave, and we get this sort of strange wave effect that's showing all the frequencies. Maybe see more if I bring a few more colors in. Okay. Pulse. Now you notice everything has gone blank. The pulse does not actually analyze your track at all. It works on a timing track. I've added a timing track called beats here, and if I assign that, what will happen is every time it hits one of these timing marks, you will get a pulse of light. So everything will be illuminated. There's other ones that have that work that way as well, and I'll cover those as I go down. Level bar, is back to same. If we increase this, you can see it's increases the speed based on the intensity of the music. We've got random ones there flashing to the music, and I could go on and on about these, but I think it's a case of you just experimenting. But I will cover some important ones that are based on a timing track, which is things like timing event sweep. So you can see this is aligned to the beats, and what it will do, it will sweep along based on the beat of that music. Or you can have things that will sweep alternate backwards and forwards as it matches the beats of this timing track. So let me just enable one of the others again so we can cover the other items. So on the effects that support it, there's the ability to also select the shape. I don't know if we can find one. No, I can't find one at this time, but you'll see when the drop down box opens, you'll get the option to change the shape of the effect, and there's things like heart shapes and star shapes and things like that. Start and end notes. This allows you to narrow the field of the interpretation of the music, based on MIDI, so you can really target certain frequencies or certain instruments. And then maybe I can see here, so you can see if I target in, and see I can really narrow it down or expand. This one will generally create a more even distribution, the logarithmic axis, and then we've got the ability to move the effect left and right and up and down. If the effect supports it, like this one, we can move it up and down as well. Before I finish, I'll just quickly see if I can find one that supports the shape. There we go. Level shape makes sense. Okay, so here you can actually choose filled circle, a square. Need to probably increase the gain here. Diamond, and yeah, so you can quickly see it flashing. It's just the music is not really lending itself well to this, but you get the idea now. So that's it. That's the VU effect, and a very good effect it is. So until next time, see you later.